Hello and welcome to episode 10.
No, don't remember.
Welcome to another episode.
Hello.
Let me sit there.
It also never comes up.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to another episode of the CAYACast. We are joined today by Stoneware Club, consisting of...
Gabs.
And Dom.
There we go. I am Lorcan. I am joined by...
Brad.
And...
Gina.
And on today's...
Are we like robots?
Yes. On today's episode of the podcast, we talk pottery. We have a live therapy session where everyone unpacks their superpowers, their school trauma, and sort of educational trauma. We also discuss interpersonal relationships in the workplace. We make pinch pots that develop into a variety of different results.
Watch to find out.
There is also some clay tampering, so stick around to see that. All the love in the world and enjoy the episode.
Bye.
Bye.
I mean, hi.
Hi. Hi. Fuck.
That was actually a perfect intro.
That was perfect.
So, Gabs and Dom, welcome to the podcast. We're doing pottery. It's going to be fun. What are we going to be? Well, Lorcan doesn't know. We kind of know. But brief us on what we're going to be doing today.
So,
loosely.
I think we need to let our creativity run wild.
Amen to that.
But we're going to do a pinch pot. So, creativity
Slightly monitored.
slightly monitored.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
That's
what is
okay.
a pinch pot?
Pinch pot. So, everyone gets some clay.
Okay.
Yes.
Good starting point.
Yeah. You're going to have to kind of grab it
Okay.
because I forgot the tools.
This is a good ASMR.
How insane does this feel?
Can the people hear this?
I can probably hear this. Oh, it's so good.
It's just Gina making sex noises. That's the ASMR. Oh, I should take off my rings. That's
Yeah, I did take off all mine. Did you take off yours, Robbie?
No, I never do. It's fine. It comes off with water.
No, it's not
Take
about the
off the
clay. It's more
clattering.
about the uncomfortability.
I've also got like one of the fiddle rings, like rotate around.
Yeah, it's probably going to get stuck in.
Does everyone have a board? Brad, you don't have a board. On a board.
Oh my god. So. Okay.
We're calm.
This
We're
is
chilling.
comfortable.
Oh, this
is
feels
really
Is it?
fantastic.
No.
There we
Feels
go.
fantastic.
This is amazing.
That's
Okay,
cool.
start rolling into a little
Okay,
ball.
Okay,
But
yes,
it's
I
all good,
will
it's all
do
good.
that.
Ow, it was bad.
Okay, so you get your clay into a ball. Wow, I do feel like I'm instructing a class now.
Yeah.
No,
I-
you are.
Take
You
it.
literally are.
Talk in between.
I feel
Okay,
like
cool.
there's a wrong and a right way to make a ball.
Yeah, not like Lorcan.
Sorry. I was actually needing it.
Okay. Yeah, normally you do wedge it, but we decided to skip that step, which you
It
shouldn't
is too
skip.
much admin for now.
You shouldn't skip, but to wedge on this, it's very
What's wedging?
wedging's like when you knead the clay.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
To get out all the air bowls. Because
Yeah.
someone here did pottery for 8 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We've got a seasoned professional
with
on the.
someone called Hazel in Nerdhook.
How long have you been doing pottery, Gabs?
Who's the real person? Actually leaving the
Not
class.
8 years.
Oh, gosh.
All I made was like dinosaurs and stuff, so nothing of any use.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, I would like-
Criticized clay dinosaurs like that.
I've
I
never
made
made an
them.
animal dinosaur. I mean, I've never made an animal
Nice.
clay.
Okay, nice one.
I would like to.
Well
but maybe today's the day.
Maybe today's the day. We're gonna
Okay,
do
so once
funky
you've got your ball, you'll stick your finger into it until you've got about a centimeter at the bottom. And then you'll just gently start pushing in the inside and the outside around, pinching it. Hence, pinch pot. Pinch pot.
So why did you start doing pottery?
I actually got like a course for my birthday. Yeah, from my mom.
Shout out, Mom.
And I did it once and then I just fell in love. And then the rest
A
is
love
history.
story.
No, but like, yeah.
You did just go straight into pottery lifestyle, like out of nowhere.
I know, everyone thought it was very weird.
It
You
was
thought
weird.
very
She was like,
Dom,
I'm
as
taking
a
a pottery
friend.
course at 80, and I'm like, okay.
I know, everyone's doing pottery.
It is getting quite big.
Yeah, it's like the new skating. Totally.
different appeal, but yeah, I get
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Different crowd.
Yeah, so I mean, contextualize the Stoneware Club for
The people.
us, Lorcan, if there's anything that we've missed out, how the two of you came to be working together.
Well, Gabs was doing Gabs Ceramics earlier this year, and I just sort of fell in love with it by proxy. And also, I would come and hang out at her house and just watch her do pottery, and it got kind of boring not getting involved. So I got involved, and then I took her, was it 6 week or 8 week course?
6.
So she did a Gabs Ceramics 6 week course, but she called
The
Stoneware
Stoneware
Club.
Oh.
Like, it was like a book club, like you bring wine, and like a lot of the people we'd never met. It was quite cool, like meet people. It was very social.
It was trying to mimic a book club.
Yeah. And I fucked around for quite a long time. It didn't really make anything like too exciting. But then Gabs had some more ideas to be more than pottery and wanted me involved in that. And we sort of had the idea for the transition from just pottery and Gabs Ceramics into something bigger would be more seamless if I was involved in the pottery stuff. And then from there, I sort of just fell in love with it.
So now we both love pottery.
Now we do. Yeah.
Wonderful. And sure, handheld mic on this is
Yeah, I was going to
really
that's why
interesting. I'm
I
holding
opted
her
out.
quite carefully.
Yeah. Okay, cool. No, you've totally got it. Look at
I also should have
Okay,
cut my
nice and
nails
chunky.
because I have like little nail prints.
Yeah, that does happen, but that's okay. And it will no one's will look the same, and that's
Okay.
kind of the beauty of hand molding. And then you can take a serrated kidney,
A what now?
one of these bad boys, serrated kidney, and every time you attach, you have to scratch and attach.
Oh wait, were we supposed to have a little snake before?
No. I
okay.
pre-organized my snake.
Oh.
I don't know if mine is snake ready.
You do want like a little bit of a rim
Where?
here.
Oh,
Sorry.
like thicker than this.
There we go. It took us
No, it doesn't have to be thicker than that.
7.5 minutes.
Yeah, I
and
was just
Lorcan's
about to
made
say. It's like about a
Someone's gotta bring the
centimeter.
humour.
Or no, like that. Or like this.
So
That looks good. That looks good. It might just be a little bit more wonky, but that's cool.
That's fine.
And then you do a little bit of.
Yeah, and then you scratch both the snake and the vessel.
Just ignore me. Just ignore me.
Pottery is quite phallic.
It really is, and it's also bringing out my inner child because I used to do this. As a
Yeah, no,
child,
this is great
so-
fun. So now we're making childish jokes about sex.
Exactly.
The moral of the
And
story.
then you can work your snake into your pot.
Yeah, that wasn't even me.
Yeah, that one was quite bad though. In fairness, that was waiting to happen.
No, it literally.
Attach your snake to the rim.
And you want to smooth it on the outside and the inside.
So should we make a snake?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I can make it for you if you like.
No. I was just wondering.
And now with the pinch pot, you can turn this into a cup, into a vase, into an ashtray, which I know Brad wanted to make.
I want to make an ashtray.
Okay.
Here's your snake.
Might I ask, what is the point of adding a snake to the top?
So it grows.
Oh, right. Okay. So you
Yeah.
could have just made a bigger ball.
You could, but it would turn very flimsy.
Fair enough.
Really?
Yeah.
Fair enough. So
Yeah.
it's infrastructure.
It's infrastructure.
Okay.
This is engineering 101.
So
or something like that.
Gina, I thought Gina asked the next question, which she kind of did, but just in a different context, and she asked what's next. But in the context of the Stoneware Club as a whole, as opposed to what's next in the pottery.
Oh,
What's
is that
next?
what you were asking?
No, I was asking what's next with my.
Oh,
We
it's
were on the
yours.
same page with different interpretations. But yeah, I mean, what's next? I mean, obviously there's First Thursday, but beyond
so
that you can talk about. Just get into the what does the future look like?
Okay, so we are doing First Thursday with Brad and Gina and Lorcan.
Yay.
Woohoo.
Come
the
At
to
Kaya
that.
family.
So
At
Come
do you want
Kaya.
to come do pottery here as well?
And it's pizza and pottery,
I mean,
which
Two
is
faves.
And you can BYOB, so but like don't get too ridiculous.
and also just
but
don't
like
tell them
BYOB.
but the future of the Stoneware Club, we have a lot of ideas. Executing them is
A whole nother thing.
a whole nother story. Yeah,
It's quite tricky being in uni and trying to do this at the same time, because I think Gabs and I are both like quite desperate to be done with uni and just throw ourselves into it, especially with
like our hearts are here, but our minds have to be somewhere else.
Yeah, and like we are getting like a lot of cool opportunities and a lot of cool things are sort of on the horizon for us, but it's difficult to sort of like fully commit with uni in the background. But there definitely is a lot coming.
So we are making the Stoneware Club somewhat of a collective. It's like
it's tricky to explain
because we're not really explaining.
No. But we really just want to celebrate artistry in Cape Town. And we want to sort of like represent people that are aligned with the stuff that we do and what we feel and how we think and stuff like that. So I think it'll be cool to communicate that through like local artists.
And get visual and auditory. All different
like
types
sound,
of different mediums of art involved.
Audio, visual.
Yeah, so it won't just be pottery. It will be a variety of artists.
Clay instruments.
No, not even clay.
Oh.
graphic, painting, DJing,
we would like to also like get into the music
industry.
Yeah.
Not industry,
but like we just think it'll be cool to create a space that literally celebrates all forms of art in Cape Town.
Yeah.
So that's really what we want to do. That's on our vision board for the brand. But it is slowly happening. It is coming together. And it's very cool to see that happen.
And we're working on our website.
Wonderful.
Nice.
Which is nearly
Always
ready.
necessary.
Yeah, it's quite difficult. Not gonna lie.
Even just like obviously writing a website is one of the most difficult things.
Do you
but
guys
even
have a
just
website?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you use it every day?
Personally, no.
It's it's mostly just where like information about like
And like booking.
Okay.
You can book through the website.
Mm.
and we'll try to post the link when I'm not talking into a microphone at all. I apologize for everyone trying to listen.
Sorry,
whatever
Dury.
that was. Sorry, Dury. I appreciate you. Yeah, but let's talk about, as you've kind of taken this from, starting out as Gab Ceramics and then doing the course and then the Stoneware Club now really kind of ballooning into a whole bunch of other different things. What for you, what has been the most valuable lesson you've learned as like business people, as friends in business together? Because that's an aspect to consider. Because lots of people want to start things and lots of people have cool ideas, and especially during university type time. But exactly as you said, like the executing of it is, ideas are nothing without good execution.
Yeah.
What's been the most valuable lesson you've learned that you wish someone had told you before you started?
Oh, I think you should take this one, Dom. No, I had a point on the friendship thing.
Yes, I was going to say, we definitely are playing chicken with our friendship a little bit. Because it is tricky, like money. That's a really tricky one, especially when you both sort of have none.
It's always a good starting point.
That's tricky, but I think that when we started, we sort of said, everybody said to us, big mistake going into business with your best friend. Actually, we've had a few people at our workshops be like, "Oh, this isn't going to work out."
And it's it's a bit too late now. Yeah.
Thanks for
Enjoy the
support.
pottery.
But I think, in terms of our friendship, a big one that we are exhausting all the time is boundaries, and when does shop talk end, and we can actually feed the friendship.
Which has been hard because it doesn't really end.
No, it doesn't really end. And we actually are really bad with that particular boundary. I can imagine you two are
Yeah, I know,
probably
it's
much
very
the same.
relatable content.
Like pillow talk, talking about work.
But in saying that, I think that our communication is better than it was without the Stoneware Club.
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
Because actually our communication was quite shocking.
Horrible.
It
Really horrible.
also, yeah, it forces you to get better at things that you might have been reluctant to get better at
Yeah.
before. You don't have that sort of structure in place in just a friendship, and sort of introducing a professional element to it sort of either enforces that and like sort of structurally makes you a better person and better at sort of communicating and managing your money and time and all those things, or it goes the complete opposite direction and you just fall into a pit of fire.
Wow. Graphic.
But it happens, and it's important to be aware that these things do happen. It's not just going to be all sunshine and rainbows and, oh, I'm going into business with my friend because I enjoy their company or I think they have good ideas. You've got to know what you're getting into and what the sort of possibilities are.
Totally. We had a chat with a friend's dad that was helping us and just giving us like general advice, and also someone that's not our parents or our boyfriends or something like that. And he was saying, what he was saying?
Oh no!
No,
It's a good thing you didn't name him.
Oh, well, he basically started the meeting and he was like, guys, something you must know is you're going into a partnership. It will end at some point.
Oh, yes, you told us this.
So we sort of went in there and we were like, ooh, like dark, but appreciated
Valuable.
the honesty.
Yeah.
But also he said, you need to write down why you're going into business with each other. So we've written down why we have.
Our partnership agreement is like ironclad to hug and tell each other we love each other every day.
That's good.
So that was actually Colin's suggestion. But it's
Shout
definitely
out,
something
Colin.
that's worked for us. It is still a work in progress.
It is. It always is, though, I think.
Yeah.
It just feels very sometimes intangible, like doing this.
What do you mean?
Like I used to say premature because it wasn't it yet.
Oh, okay.
But now I just feel like this whole thing is,
well, it's happening now.
yeah, it's happening now, but I'm not.
Like it doesn't feel real.
But I'm
No,
not
it
always
doesn't.
in it. But I am. You know what I mean? Like you.
I know what you mean. I'm not sure everybody else will.
No. I think we're all, and in this business in particular, we're all sort of under 24, and so we also have that realization where we're like, okay, shit, I'm doing what
Like big
I
kid
want
stuff.
to. I'm doing what I've strived to do. I'm doing what I've worked sleepless nights for, and it's happening now.
You're just speaking.
A
with
workless night? What is a workless night?
A workless night is what normal people have. A sleepless night is what we enjoy. But yeah, you do have those moments where you're like, shit, I'm in it now, and you need to kind of grab it by the balls. Excuse the profanity, but once you're in it, you're in it, and if you're not ready, then I'm on a bit of a fucking dark time.
I think
today.
the thing is, like on that as well, though, you're never ready,
No,
like ever, to you know.
be
The
what
creative
you-
industry is not one where you like, you know, it's not like accounting or something where you get a degree and it signifies a very specific
You are now this, or
like
you-
level of knowledge according to
Yeah.
a very specific framework.
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, cool. I've hit this thing, and that's prepared you to do, X. Whereas in the creative industry, it's so subjective, it's so personal, and you are putting your creativity and your, personal. It's a very personal career.
Yeah.
And it was something we were talking about on another podcast, like work-life balance and, like you said,
I
putting
actually
in
watched that
boundaries.
podcast.
You actually?
I watched that podcast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you. Everyone else should be like Gabs and go watch the other podcasts.
Totes.
But it's very hard to separate when your work is your like creative, personal kind of passion. It's very hard sometimes to have that kind of work-life balance, and then especially if you're working with friends or your partner, like the whole conversation around work-life balance is very different to what I think if you work in a more traditional profession.
Yeah, like
it's a
5 o'clock you
completely
go
separate
home.
conversation.
Yeah.
9 to 5,
And you
office
can't,
job.
you can't try and pretend that they're the same because it's just not practical. So yeah, and I mean it's something that I think about and try to talk about quite a lot because it's super important.
Hold on, I've seen a new step being introduced here.
Okay, sorry.
Guide us.
We got distracted.
Yeah, I was also going to ask.
Okay, so once your snakes have been connected, you want to serrate kidney upwards
Okay.
to remove excess clay
Okay.
and to give height to your pot.
Okay. How is this looking?
I think it's
Gorgeous.
beautiful.
I did 2 snakes.
What is it?
It's a pinch pot.
No, but I mean, where are you going with it?
Oh, fuck. I
What's
don't
its
know.
vision?
It is just a pinch
I didn't
pot.
have one.
I think it's more bowl-like or like a
Yes.
low
Smoothie bowl.
a smoothie bowl.
Noodle bowl.
Mm.
Yeah.
Know your audience.
Yeah, because the base shape.
Shame. Let's see.
Actually,
Ooh.
it's not-
It's okay. Yeah, it's good.
That is not the sound you want your instructor to be making. I think I am
As you
fucking
go,
this up.
actually, it's fine.
No, I like it.
Tell us, like,
No,
when
I'm
you're
talking about-
I like it.
when you're
Okay,
doing
good.
the classes, have you ever been like, while someone's making something, you're like, this isn't making it to the end, or like it's gonna fall apart on the way home?
So many times.
That sounded like a reaction.
Well, there
of
was
a
also
story.
one very specific.
Can we tell a story? Do you
Yeah,
love-
we love stories.
Yes.
But we can't mention her name. We don't even know
We
her
don't
name.
know her name, but
But
I
don't
mean,
mention,
this is
don't
like
mention the
so
location either.
Yeah,
I think
keep
it's
it-
so
No
obvious.
location. It was no location.
Just
no
a
name.
random.
Do we know them?
No, we don't even
We don't know them. We don't know
That
their
makes
names.
sense. That makes sense. That
Okay,
makes
a
sense.
random man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Call him Lorcan so that you have a name.
Okay,
to-
Lorcan. Okay.
It was me, but it wasn't.
Okay, go, Dom. You tell the story.
Okay, so we had a couple of people come to
A venue.
our event, and cool people. Like, they were cool people. I actually enjoyed chatting with them.
No, that was super cool.
But one of their friends came, and she was kind of she was like quite a tough nut to crack. Like, usually, like, you chat, it can get quite intimate at our events. Like, they share with you, and like, it's quite a vibe. But she was just
Well, this is like therapy.
Yeah.
Healing circle.
yeah,
Totally.
she wasn't really interested in chatting. So we were like, okay, cool.
Which is totally fine. You don't have to
her
talk.
prerogative. Oh, sorry, his prerogative.
Don't misgender the imaginary person.
Imaginary.
But I don't know. There was just like there was a weird vibe
The vibes are off.
the whole night.
Anyways,
And-
he kept building up.
oh, he was butchering it. Like, and Gab and I kept coming and being like, "Can we help? Like, this isn't going anywhere." And it's just, he wasn't even doing that. He was just rolling pieces of clay the entire evening. Nothing was coming of it. So Gabs and I offered our help multiple times, and he was like, "No, thanks, got it." By the end of the evening, he'd made nothing, and we'd realized at that stage that it wasn't like a normal vape he was sucking on. It was like a weed pen.
The whole night he was so grilled.
Like, didn't leave his lips the whole night.
Yeah.
You're only supposed to have like one to three pulls of that, and then you're sorted. Then you're sauteed.
But it didn't smell like anything, so we didn't
Yeah.
think anything of it. But come to think of it, his eyes were very red.
Very red. we thought maybe that was the like, don't talk to me energy. That's why the droopy eyes were there.
But I just think that was just his high energy.
Yeah.
Was just very disinterested in us, which is fine.
Do I do the inside as well? Hey.
No, you don't have to do it on the inside.
Shite.
No. It's
You
not a
can.
bad thing if you do it
Okay.
inside.
Okay.
Panic.
commitment is quite.
What happens once you do
And then
this
you take the unserrated kidney
step? Yes.
and you go up to remove the lines.
What kind of kidney do you reckon you have? Serrated or unserrated?
Sure.
I think a serrated one.
Hopefully serrated. What? I want a serrated kidney. Seems cool. Hi, Jared.
What was the aim?
Yeah.
We're still going. No. That's why I'm asking.
We're making different things. There's going to be some vases. There's going to be some ashtrays.
Some we only know once it
Some
gets to the end.
potentially
Noodle
noodle
balls.
balls.
No.
Could I
We're
shape
getting
it
creative.
like
You guys
not in a
decorating today.
circle?
No.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
What?
who?
No
What?
decorations.
What were you saying no to?
No decorating.
Oh, I thought you meant no to Gina, and I was like, that was a bit rude.
You Dom.
Shut up.
You can, but it just might not make it out the kiln.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh wait, do you guys bring a kiln?
We don't bring it.
BYOK.
Bring okay.
Bring your own kiln. No. We don't. It will be taken to the kiln after drying. So it has to dry for about a week to 10 days. In this weather, I would say 10 days.
Okay.
But in warmer weather, it's relatively quick. And then you bisque fire it, which is the first kiln firing. And then you glaze it in whatever color you want, or you paint it. You can also paint on wet clay. So that's what we do in our classes, so that they can paint.
Oh yeah, you paint after it dries. I'm silly.
No.
No,
Or if
no.
you're
Or if
listening
it's-
to
yeah.
what Gab says.
Yeah.
Did you hear what I said?
I'm trying, but I'm also trying to make an ashtray.
So we have underglaze, which you can paint on
Okay.
wet clay,
Okay.
which is what we do in our classes if people want to paint things. Otherwise,
Okay.
we just glaze the things transparent, which turns out to this. It's white. The clay's white.
Oh,
Very
nice.
That's
Nice. And then
Yeah.
you paint after it's dry.
No.
No.
Yeah, I don't know if you're
You're
listening to
thinking-
me.
I'm trying to listen, but you said there's a special way of
No,
painting
you're
it.
thinking of Clay Cafe, and they do it once it's dried. But we have, what's it called? The paint that-
Underglaze.
Underglaze. So
but
you
we're
can-
not painting.
No,
No.
not today.
Oh.
Because it's going to take.
Just
Yeah.
because it's too much admin.
Yeah.
But we can come back for 2.0 and paint.
Part 2.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
I would
do
like
it.
to paint mine.
Is it feeling very therapeutic?
It is feeling very therapeutic.
Yeah,
a
this is
nice stage. I
wonderful
the
for, like-
smooth-
Yeah, the smoothing is nice. Oh, you're going to love this.
Yeah.
Smooth with this.
Really?
Yeah, after
Is
that.
that so?
After.
That's soap.
Is
That's-
that
I mean, in fairness, it does look like a soap bar.
No.
You want some clay?
Yeah.
Just to
Okay.
fiddle with. Don't you want to do a bit of fiddling?
Jared is not interested.
Jared doesn't do therapy.
Yeah.
It is like free therapy.
So, yeah, I mean, you've kind of touched on various aspects of what the classes look like, but for people who don't know, what should they expect signing up for a Stoneware Club class, like you should for the one happening in studio on the 4th of August? If you don't at this point, like I've done so many fucking ad break things, just do it. Otherwise, I'll keep going. Which I'm going to do anyways. But yeah, what
In a
should
dialogue.
people expect walking into a Stoneware Club event?
Can you set the
What
vibe?
are they going to
I'll
what are they
tell-
going to do? What's they going to get? What's the vibes?
You set the vibe. I'll talk about the class.
It's such a rave, actually. So I think that is definitely to be expected. But like chilled rave, casual.
Casual rave
Yeah.
with pot and pots.
And like, I don't know. It depends where we are.
Bring
so,
your own poison.
Yeah. The vibe sort of changes where we are. Like, I mean, it is sort of the same, but like studio. So when we operate out of Clay Atelier, our friend Yada's studio in Orange Street,
Which is an amazing studio if you're looking to rent space from.
yeah. It's much more intimate, whereas like an event we had at the Ladder was a lot more interactive. So it really depends where
Because
we
it's
are.
also double the size.
Yeah.
The one
And-
with the lad.
Yeah, and also
Yes.
at the Ladder there was an exhibition happening at the same time.
So
So
it's
people
First
would,
Thursday.
yeah. It was a different vibe. But it's a cool thing about it is that people tend to like make friends. Like by the end of the evening, we often see people like exchanging phone numbers, which is quite
Which is very
sweet.
sweet, yeah.
Um,
And that's
I don't know if
our
that
whole-
answered your question
Our
at
whole
all.
brand though is like, I know that when I went to a pottery studio or a teaching studio, I loved it so much, but everyone arrives and puts their headphones in and it's their time, which is totally cool. But it's different to that. It's supposed to be a shared time. And yeah, what is our slogan? Like your mom's book
Like
club.
your mom's book club.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's our slogan.
But with a slightly different twist. Yeah, I mean, when we came after the one on last First Thursday at the Ladder, something you'd mentioned was like the different people that were there. And from like photos and stuff, it does seem to be like quite a wide range of people from age to gender. Like it's just, it seems that you're catering to really quite a broad market. What would you say has been what has facilitated that? Because I think that's really interesting. Considering where you've
Definitely
come from.
location, I would say.
What do you
Like where
mean?
we having it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But I think that actually took us by surprise a lot. Like after the first one we did together was at Studio Candor, and the bulk of the people that came were like our friends and friends of friends. So to have events where we knew no one, and they were also like completely like kind of random. Like they were like older people and like quite young people. We had like a 7-year-old at one. Like
She came with her mom. Shame.
what do you mean shame?
Like it's not like she just signed up by herself.
No, but I'm saying the point is that there were old folk there and also like a kid.
Yeah.
So I think that, I mean, it took me by surprise that we had that.
But I think most people are in their 20s and 30s.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Most people are in their 20s and 30s.
That
attend
count.
your classes.
Not just most people in the world.
Just most people.
Yeah, that would be random.
Although I think
That is a statistic I would make up though.
It's probably true.
accurate.
No, I think there's mostly babies.
What?
Surely.
Hopefully not.
Yeah.
People are giving birth all the time.
That's actually
there
true.
are more like children and they are the next biggest population.
And some people will die before they
30s, this
reach
is gonna
20,
be a real
30.
problem.
So,
Most people, did you
no,
say?
I said some people.
Oh,
I'm just
I was like, ooh, better.
Jared, the producer, is going to find out our information. This is exciting. We've never done
Most common age
To
in the
die.
world.
Oh.
Whoa.
Pretend it goes up on the TV screen and look when Jared.
The inside.
Yes, but I
No.
you can.
Not kidding.
It might be easier to use your finger.
You know, your finger? Oh, I thought you were going, what? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sweating on my nail.
Oh, I see.
You
You've
can
got
use it.
nails.
I did it. And it was
Oh,
cool.
yours looks nice. You've got a little bowl.
Thanks, darling.
Pleasure, darling. I'm making a vase.
Stunning. I wish I like forgot that it could go anywhere.
Up.
What do you mean?
Like,
So it doesn't have legs. What do you mean?
that like I could take it anywhere, like from the like starting point. Like I could mold it into something that wasn't
A
a
pot.
pinch pot.
Well, you have. It's not a pinch pot. It's a
Yeah.
noodle bowl.
Well, that's the thing about
I'm
our
just trying to
classes.
imagine myself eating noodles out of it, and like if the vibe feels right.
Well, it does shrink about 20%. So actually, it's a bit of like a jewelry bowl.
Huh.
Do you need a new jewelry bowl?
Yeah, maybe hair.
Ooh.
Or a key bowl?
Key bowl. A bowl.
Or just a bowl?
Do you have an answer yet, Jared?
He's a bad producer.
Oh, you're setting up a mic for
I was
him?
told to wait.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Jesus, someone's a bit moody today.
Okay.
This is going to be a little bit better.
Gina, have you ever done pottery? Sorry. Tell me.
So the global median average
Age.
2015 was 29.6.
What?
Wow.
So we were spot on.
But Japan had the highest median at the age of 40.
Wow.
So the average person in Japan is 46,
46
years
years
old.
old.
Jesus.
No.
Well, half was below 46.
So
Median.
wouldn't that make it?
I didn't like statistics.
I did maths lit.
Oh, wait, isn't mean?
That's what we did.
yeah,
in
yeah, we did that in math lit.
That's
I know,
literally
but
all we did in
It's
maths
such a
lit.
good excuse.
It is. Isn't mean the most common?
Yes, it is.
Mean, median.
Mean is the sum of all the totals
mean
divided
is
by how many
average.
totals.
Mean is average.
Mean is average.
I actually did this at varsity this
You
year.
guys are being a bit mean. Your pot is mean.
I like your part.
Thank you. I think we are somewhere.
Yeah, what is it? What's the vision?
Ashtray. Deep ashtray.
Oh.
I need a deeper ashtray, so I don't have to
The-
keep changing it.
Yeah, the not.
Change it.
Well, we'll still obviously have to change it
But
eventually.
it just enables him to be more lazy. Amazing.
I am being productive to be more lazy. And that, kids, is the secret to life.
I know that really is here. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, you're not far off.
isn't it like do less and something more or something?
Work hard, play hard.
No.
or something.
Like,
Isn't it a Wiz Khalifa song?
no, don't
Well,
worry.
there's something just about like you should always try and do as little as possible to do the
Not
job.
do as much as possible to do as little as possible.
Yes, or something like that.
Something like that.
We're coming up with sayings. So we're having fun.
Can you pass me a little thing there, Gina? One of
Oh, I
these
forgot about
stickies.
those. Do you want to see
No.
those fun things?
No, just a
That's how you do
sticky.
the
Oh, yeah, that one. There we go.
Give us
Yes.
a demo, Gabs.
If you would like to carve, that's
Yes.
totally cool. Okay, let me hold on.
I
Let me
need
just
some spice in this.
connect my.
Well, you will
ask
when
if I
it
can
has
make my
noodles.
rim like, like you know, like a
Wavy.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah. Okay.
Like if I wanted to take this and just chop out.
Oh, yeah.
Stunning.
Totally.
So stunning.
Okay, so what you can do is, can you pass me a tool? Because I
Which one?
can't reach anyone. Awesome. So what you can do. Oh, I don't want to do it on mine.
You can do it. Do it on a piece of clay.
I'm
Yeah.
worried that this one is too thin and I might have to
No, you can't carve.
restart.
No, you don't have to
Fine,
restart, but I
yeah.
wouldn't carve.
I know, but I'm also considering one to be like, because I feel like I've learned a lot over the course of getting here.
But you can just make two things and just leave that and then start again. Don't crumble that.
You know? That's
Okay, so this is carving.
Guys, look at that.
let me see.
It's also at the bottom.
No, but I can.
That's
Oh, you're
such
making
a
it. Just a reminder, everything shrinks by 15%.
You said
Wait, you've
20
said
earlier.
25 and 15 now.
25. I
No,
never
you
said
have said
it's 20.
25 and 15.
No, I've never
Is it
said
20?
25.
No,
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 it's
I'm not saying you said 25.
You said that.
20, comma, 5.
5
comma.
and 15.
Oh.
Hmm.
Fortunately, I couldn't see the punctuation.
One of
15.
the many limitations.
Is it 15?
Final answer.
Final. Are you locking that in? Eh?
I'm locking that in. What is that from that show? I mean, what show is that
Every
from?
game show.
I'll Google again.
Want to be a
Thanks,
he wants to be a
Sharon.
millionaire.
Yeah, I do think.
I've always wanted to be on a game
Final
show.
answer. Are you locking that in?
Yeah.
Should we play some? We can actually play. What's it? Oh, it's not Deal or No Deal.
Come on, you can do it.
Not Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Pointless. No, that's a different one. I grew up on game shows.
Really?
And I can't remember the one I'm
We
trying to remember.
play only drinks about 8.
Wow.
Guys, that's a lie.
False information.
Yeah, I feel like that's a fairly general statement that is probably impossible.
Well,
to be
let me
consistent
just show
across
you
players.
once when you're done, and you'll tell me who's right.
Yes.
When your piece is literally minute.
So this can
Wow.
this can be a cute little. Wonder.
Like
Could be an ashtray.
that would be like,
Right, it's going to be a
Yes.
massive
So
ashtray.
whiskey glass cup.
yeah. Sorry, what do you need?
A stick, a smoother.
One of these.
No.
That's
One
not
of
a
these.
smoother.
What's it called?
I don't know. It's just what
We'll cut that part out the podcast.
No,
Come to Stoneware Club, where we're all learning together.
Amen. Hey, amen to that.
it's just got a wooden. Oh, that's quite cute.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
That makes me think of like a honey pot that Pooh Bear would.
She just made a honey
I
pot.
actually just made a honey pot, but it actually didn't really turn out that great.
Oh, I loved it.
Okay,
My mom told me it looked like a turd on the top.
It did look a bit turd
what are the point of those like honey drizzlers? Because they don't work.
What do you mean?
Sorry.
Just use a spoon. You know the things that come.
Oh, I have one here.
Do you have one here?
Yeah,
For
actually there. In there, if you want to get the honey drizzler, it's totally up to you. In there, in one of the boxes, there's a wooden honey drizzler.
This isn't
they
good.
just they work.
I use it sometimes for patterns.
Mm. See, that sounds like it serves a much better use.
I get what you mean.
How
because there's
weird
always
that-
too much
I even have a lemon
honey
squeezer.
Yeah, there, that little
There,
thing in
trying
there.
to use it.
No, not necessarily.
Oh.
I was just saying,
Like them.
hypothetically. Well, not hypothetically. Literally, these are pointless. But good for pottery. Oh, I could do a little.
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
Never mind. Not doing that again.
This is very relaxed.
But don't you feel like you could fall asleep?
I get like nervous. That it's
Well, that would be
horrible.
unprofessional of us.
Yeah, imagine halfway through the
Just-
podcast.
One day, someone will fall asleep on our podcast, and it will be hilarious. That'll be
Who
the
do you think it'll
moment.
be?
Me.
Really?
No. Actually, it's so weird.
You never know.
I struggle to fall asleep so much, but then I will just fall asleep like that, if that makes sense.
Not really.
No.
Yeah, and you sleep like you're dead.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
sleep like no one else I've ever met in my life.
Do you dream?
I do now because I have been sleeping better. When I was depriving myself of sleep, I wouldn't dream. But now that I have been sort of working towards sleeping better and sleeping healthier, I find that I'm dreaming more often, and I fucking hate it. My dreams are crazy. My dreams are not disturbing, just like
That's
so much.
You can say disturbing, like mine are disturbing.
Okay, well, yeah, they are disturbing to me. And yeah, just like crazy shit goes down, and it is fun, but at the same time, I liked when it was just my eyes closed and I woke up and it was morning time and I had to get ready for work.
Can we talk about how, like, I really want to get a sleep. I know it's so weird, but I really want to get like a sleep expert to come on a podcast because sleep is wild.
I
Ooh,
have to.
nice.
I'm sorry, I have to. Otherwise, I get like a twitch.
Can I start again?
Why
You
did you
don't
keep
like
that
it?
and start again?
That's a useful little.
That is an
That's a
ashtray.
friendly
That is a
ashtray.
damn ashtray.
That is an ashtray for the people.
Okay.
The
Leave it,
Kaya
that's
ashtray.
perfect.
The
Oh,
Kaya
yeah.
ashtray.
Make it.
Brand it. Write Kaya on it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's better that I've made something for the people.
No, that's exactly what
Hell of an ashtray there, Gina.
Yeah, that is a mighty ashtray.
Thanks, guys. What you were saying? You want a sleep expert?
What am I doing with it? Where do I go now?
Um,
Oh, I wanted a lid.
Oh, that's
Vase. Vase. My ass hurts.
I'm sorry.
ass chair. Oh, it's a bit late now.
Yeah.
I think I was gonna say to do the outro. I mean, and the intro. Well, this
Yeah.
was the outro. Bye.
Cheers. Thank you for watching. No one really watches to the end, anyways.
That's a good
Yes, they
question.
do.
And,
No.
and in the
Have you
Stoneware
not checked
Club,
our
never touch
viewership
other
times?
people's work.
I mean, yes, people watch to the end all the time. So if you are here, thank you very much for watching to this point. Comment pottery as a proof that you watched to this point.
Oh, I like
And-
that.
Uh-huh.
And also, the end
Oh.
of Stoneware Clubs, you can get tickets for their First Thursday event being hosted right here. So you can come and do pottery in studio with them properly
It's gonna
for
be
like 3
so
hours.
much fun.
And there's going to be pizza.
And there'll be
Yes.
pizza.
Like-
And you could even meet us as a side